Hey guys, today I am extremely excited because we have a brand new, super cool and exciting product for you, the Clench Carbon Pro Bar. Carbon Pro Bar is an ultra lightweight, portable, versatile, and extremely durable attachments for resistance bands and cable machines. So what makes the Carbon Pro Bar stand out from the crowd? First and foremost is the carbon component. So what is that? We are utilizing a carbon fiber composite shaft that we've been working on for the better part of 4 years now to make the absolute lightest bar attachment on the market. This entire thing weighs just under 2 pounds. It's like 1 pound, 15.5 ounces, which is 50% lighter than the closest competitors. And on the flip side of that is strength. So that is what we've been basically developing for all of these years, is making sure that we're gonna get super light, but also extremely strong. So this bar has been tested and rated to 1,000 pounds of capacity, and we've also done a life test with over 1 million cycles to prove it. And stick around to the end because we'll go into full details about the life testing and load testing that we've done with this bar. Next up, the attachment point. What makes that better? So we've custom designed these carabiners, which you've probably seen on some of our other products this year, but they are capable of holding 4-inch wide bands, and obviously there's enough room in here to stack multiple bands on top of each other. And we even have a gate on this to keep it so that your bands don't flop around and fall out. So it's very convenient and very easy to use. They're also constructed from an extremely strong and durable aerospace aluminum that is also super lightweight. So it sounds like I'm saying extremely and super and crazy a lot, but you literally have to feel this thing to believe it. Like it weighs, it feels like there's nothing in your hand, but it is so strong and so durable that it's unlike anything else. In addition to that, we also have designed it so that the carabiners can rotate independently of one another, which isn't true on all of the other competitors that are out there. So this makes it unique. It also makes it more comfortable, and like the bands just seem to find their home and a smooth rotation during your exercise. And with that, we've also added in the couplers here that hold the carabiners onto the end of the shaft, there's 2 ball bearings in each end to provide super smooth rotation. And also having 2 of them helps with the angular loading. So as you're putting a band on here and loading it in, it's gonna rotate smooth no matter how much load gets placed on this thing. The great feature about this bar is the overall length. So from end to end, we are at just about 26 inches, which coupled with the extremely light weight makes this an excellent bar for travel. It'll fit in most suitcases, and it's just super easy to pack in, and you can even bring extra bands with you because it's so lightweight. When we were developing this, we tried out pretty much all the other bars on the market, and most of them come in at shorter than this 26 inches. And the reason why we made this a little bit longer is because myself and we've gotten feedback from other customers as well that 24-inch area or even shorter is just too small. Like you feel really cramped in it and you start compromising form and not being able to do as many exercises comfortably. So we wanted to keep it short, but still long enough so that you can feel comfortable in it and do exercises with good, proper form. Another reason for the 26-inch length is so that it functions very well with the Clench Footplate. So with that 26-inch length, you got a little bit of clearance on both sides. You're able to get your bands in there, and it's gonna work absolutely flawless. Now, the last thing that makes this bar stand out is that the entire shaft is textured for better grip. Now, because this is a composite material, we weren't able to use traditional knurling, so we have experimented and tested a lot of different coatings, and we finally settled on this textured coating, which feels, it's very comparable to knurling, and especially like when you get sweaty, wet hands, the texture really comes in handy. And also it's extremely durable, so you don't have to worry about like wearing this texture off over time. We also added some reference rings that are at 16 inches apart, which is comparable to traditional barbells, so you can get your hands in a good placement right off the bat. One of the big things that we did specifically with this product is testing. We have done a lot of durability and life testing, and one thing I wanted to show you today is the life cycle tests that we have set up and running for this carbon fiber composite bar. So what is going on here? We are literally cycling this bar, doing 400-pound reps. And right now, this bar has just passed 1 million cycles. We are at 1,012,330 reps, and it's just counting. So we've been running this test for months. I think we're on month 3 or 4 at this point in time, and it just runs all day, and it's computer controlled. So we have a load cell here that literally will load the product up to a set point, which is 400 pounds, and then it releases the load back to 0, and then it cycles it again. So we're computer controlled and literally just cycling this until it fails. This test, we've basically been stopping it on like a weekly basis and pulling this product, pulling the sample off, inspecting it for damage or wear or anything like that. And honestly, this thing has held up awesome. Like I said, we've crossed 1 million reps at 400 pounds, which is far beyond the life expectancy than we were targeting. But I definitely think that just really kind of bulletproofs this product. And I mean, you can see that, you know, the bearings still sound and feel really nice. Also, where the straps were riding, the coating has not worn off. It hasn't even shown really any signs of wear. But the other part that these straps were hooked to has shown quite a bit of wear. This is like a rubber coated pull down attachment that we repurposed for this test. But you can see if I move the straps, this whole top end has been worn off from continuous wear from these straps. So that really speaks numbers for how durable the coating is and also how durable the product is. Now for another fun test, the max load test. We're not going to take this thing to braking today because we've already done that. The peak braking strength on this bar, we rate it to 1,000 pounds so that there's a safety factor on it, but the actual braking strength is somewhere like around 16 to 1,800 pounds is what we've been finding. So in typical Clench fashion, let's load it up kind of right in front of you. So we have a digital load cell hooked up to this thing, and I'm just going to crank up the air pressure to kind of roll this thing up and load it up so you guys can see what it looks like under load. Pretty easy to exceed 1,000 pounds, 1,100 pounds, not flexing a lot. So there's 1,200 pounds. Obviously it's flexing a little bit, but that's kind of what carbon fiber does. And of course, like, no one's ever gonna load it to 1,200 pounds. If you do, you're insane and you're probably setting world records. Now we can lower this thing down. You can see it returns right back to where it was. You can see it's still nice and straight. Bearings and everything rotate super nice. I could literally keep using this bar and be confident with it. We've nailed the performance, the durability, and now for the quality control. This bar is made from globally sourced components, but what's really awesome about this is we assemble this from scratch here in our warehouse, in this warehouse that I'm standing in, right in Wisconsin in the United States. And we personally inspect and make sure everything fits and works properly before it ships to you. All right, there you go. That is the overview on the all-new Carbon Pro Bar from Clench Fitness. If you want to pick one of these up, head down into the description. There is a link directly to the product page. There's also a little coupon code down there for you too. Furthermore, if you have any questions or comments, please throw them down in the comments below. Happy to answer them. Also, if you like this video, if you like this product, be sure to smash that like button. That'll get some more eyes on it. As always, thank you so much for watching.